Well, last week the Union forces broke out at Chattanooga and ended that siege, and this week Tennessee is all in Union hands as the siege of Knoxville ends with a Union victory. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me, as always, is Prospector Johnny. And Johnny, great week last week. Union Army Grant saved. The Western campaign breaks out of Chattanooga. And this week we've got the siege of Knoxville. Which, spoiler, it's gonna go the guys in blue way. So.
Hey,
2 weeks in a row.
Everything's coming up Union.
Everything's coming up Union. Well, we'll get it started.
Except the end of the war.
On the 27th, Lee is going to move eastward to block Meade's movement on the Rapidan. Meade is finally taking Lincoln's orders seriously, and he's going to make a movement against Lee on the Rapidan. And we've seen these same movements on repeat for the last 3 years by Meade or McClellan and Burnside, and it all kind of goes the same way, so... There's that. Trader President Davis, he's furious at the developing situation in Tennessee and orders Bragg to concentrate his forces rapidly, which isn't possible because he is being actively pursued by Sherman and Thomas. It's just not, you can't really turn tail and
you gotta
go to Knoxville if you're being chased.
Keep running, Keep turning tail the way that you've already turned tail and ran.
Yep. In Union offensive, Meade promised he would do for Lincoln. It's already stalled on the 28th.
Doing? Oh.
Nope, stalled. He's going to probe Lee's positions around Mine Run with skirmishing, but doesn't find an opening, and Lee's maneuvering has closed any kind of potential gaps, and now both armies are just kind of staring at each other like they've done for the last 3 years, basically. Sherman is going to be ordered to hurry to Burnside's aid in Knoxville. So Sherman is down in Georgia chasing Bragg. He's now got to hightail north back up to Knoxville. Bragg is going to telegraph Richmond saying, and I quote here, "I deem it due to the cause and to myself to ask for relief from command and investigation into the causes of the defeat." This dude's throwing himself under the bus. He's like, all right, listen, I fucked up.
Trying to quit, too.
I fucked up. I need to quit / be fired. And then you can investigate into why we lost, but I did it. It was my fault.
Okay. Yeah, bold. That's what you want in a leader, right? Somebody willing to accept responsibility.
And he's accepting responsibility.
For all their fuck-ups.
On the 29th, Confederate forces underneath Longstreet are going to assault Burnside's lines around Knoxville at Fort Sanders. The idea here is to break the siege before Sherman's forces arrive. Longstreet's going to make his assault over frozen ground, and briefly, he will have the Confederate flag flying over the parapet of the fort, and then immediately has to retreat when Union reinforcements come in and take the position back. So
they almost won the game of capture the flag.
Almost. They had their flag planted, but then it got unplanted.
They didn't have it planted long enough.
No. They didn't hold the ground for the minute long, whatever that 60-second time frame to get the points. They didn't get the points.
Got to be able to hold it, guys.
Got to be able to hold it.
Can't just put it in there.
Yeah, they just put it in there and then they lost it. Shelling Fort Sumter. Yeah, that's still footnote, but it's still happening this week too.
All right.
On the 30th, we're going to see Trader President Davis accepting Bragg's resignation. He's gonna say, all right, fine.
What?
Deal. This is atypical for these presidents to accept resignations, but
that's not how it works.
He's accepting it. Yep. He's So Bragg is going to receive a telegraph from General Samuel Cooper that states, and I quote here, "Your request to be relieved has been submitted to the president," fake president, "who upon your representation directs me to notify you that you will be relieved of command, which you will transfer to Lieutenant General Hardee. Meade is going to continue to skirmish at Mine Run, but it's evident that any real attack is not going to occur there for Union forces. And the Union forces in Texas, Johnny, remember Texas? Talking about that last week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a couple
we get Fort Esperanza. It's ours. We take it.
Hey.
Yay.
Cool.
So another siege over, I guess.
Do you reckon that Lincoln's going to go visit that one, a little vacation or something?
I don't think so. That one's seeming might be a bit too far into enemy lines to really to go on vacation to that one. On December 1st, Meade's going to pull his forces back across the Rapidan, ending his pointless offensive. Thanks, Meade. Johnny, because she was suffering from typhoid fever. Remember Belle Boyd, the female Confederate spy?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to release her
No.
from prison
I'm sorry.
because she's got typhoid. And then we're gonna get her, like, we're gonna give her.
Are they releasing her to a hospital to be treated?
No, we're releasing her, and then we're putting her on a carriage to go back into the. We're not allowing her to stay in the North. You got to go back in the Confederate lines, and
like
then we
Moses?
tell her,
Like,
"Hey,
what is this?"
We tell her, "Hey, listen, don't come back up here. If we catch you in Union lines, there's gonna be hell to pay. So don't come back. Stay down there, and don't spy."
Why?
I don't have
I
an
can't
answer.
understand why that would be the case.
I don't have an answer for you. On December 2nd, they're going to see Bragg officially turn over command to Hardee, and Longstreet is quickly getting pressure from the rear as Sherman's troops are quickly approaching, and the week's going to end on the 3rd with Longstreet pulling out of Knoxville. He is going to Greenville, where he's going to set up a winter camp, and he's going to be there for the remainder of the winter, with Tennessee now firmly back in U.S. hands, where it belongs. So,
there we go.
One more state firmly back in U.S. control. We've got several capitals of the Confederacy states that are back in Union control.
Yep.
What do they have? Mississippi, we got it. Tennessee, we got it. Arkansas, at least the capital, we got it. St. Louis, Kentucky, got them.
Is it?
Which they
it
never
Fort
left,
Sumter?
but still got them, huh?
Is that what they still have? Fort Sumter? Is that?
They got that. Yeah, that's still
They
took that.
There
from us.
it
They
is.
got
I mean, once we get that back, then maybe
they'll surrender. That might be. We'll
So,
see. I mean, we're still shelling
hope
it,
we keep our shelling up.
so
Yeah.
maybe next week they'll surrender, but probably not. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We've got shorts that you make fun of guns or random other little historical things. And then we got long format videos where we talk about British/German double agent spy things in World War II.